Hey folks, how's it going out there? I am doing really well. I have spent quite a bit of time plugging away on getting the Outback Heavy Hauling region ready, completed, and out there for everyone to play. I gotta say, it's been a lot of days sitting there plugging away in the programming. Almost no map building. It's just been trying to stay organized, changing tasks, moving things around, and just getting all the mission system ready, which is really a tough thing to do because you got to stay focused. Now, before I get too deep into it here, I did want to say thank you to Night Owls Gaming, who gave me a donation there the other day, and I really appreciate it. And I'm positive that I forgot a couple weeks ago, but I wanted to say thanks to the Yeet Crew Gaming, who also made a donation, and someone that I've watched them fairly recently. I just kind of caught them by accident running one of my maps, and they seem to do streams most nights, and Aussie folks, so they get a lot of runtime out of some of my maps, and really appreciate it, both of you. Anyways, what we are doing here is heading out on another ship delivery that's going to be a little different than the first one that is in the Evans Head single map. And this one's actually going out to the Outback map is what I ended up naming it. I couldn't really come up with a good name, so I figured we'll just call it the Outback. Now, my premise with these two maps is that this map, Evans Head, is obviously close to the ocean, a little more grown in, and when you move over to the Outback map, it's going to be a lot more barren and just a little more desolate and unforgiving, as you would probably remember if you've played the single map version. Now, what I have done is chosen to take the asphalt road across. This trailer is pretty tippy, although gotta say it goes further than you would think before it rolls over. If you've seen one of my other videos, it's actually one of the thumbnails is this thing on its side. So we're gonna go all the way around the long way. We're heading over to the Outback map, and we're going to be launching this boat in the river out there. I haven't tested most of the missions. Really, the two maps have the original missions. A bunch of them are changed up, but I know all that stuff works, so it's all the new contracts that I added. Now, in total, we got 54 contracts on this map. Or this region, I should say, my apologies. I've really tried to spread them out so you're not going to the same thing over and over. You can see the Edison in the background we just passed. That's for me opening up the bridge, which is something you're going to want to do pretty early because a lot of these hauls there's a few fairly large hauls coming this way that you're probably going to want the bridge for, although you can manage without it. Essentially, I've put in all the rest of the little things into these maps. I didn't physically change the worlds very much, although like I said, I did add some more stuff into spots to kind of build around some of the new tasks that I added, but I did add a whole bunch of new contracts. Like I said, I did change some of the other ones. A few of the recoveries are in different spots. Almost everything is coming from a different area. There's going to be a lot of cargo that comes from this map and goes to the Outback map. I actually built in a contract that you're going to want to look for to deliver some stuff over to a warehouse in the Outback map, which will kind of multiply what you deliver to give you a pick point that's a little bit closer out there. Although there isn't a whole lot of stuff, it's not going to cover all your missions. So something you may want to think about doing. There are a whole bunch of high saddle trailer hauls like this using some of the special trailers. I've used most of them in some shape or form, and a couple of them, there's quite a few versions. There's going to be 3 windmills that you have to deliver. A couple construction trailers that I've worked into different tasks into a story. I got the big piping trailer, a couple of these boats, which if you've seen in the previous video, I quite literally make you back in and launch this boat, which I think is kind of fun to add in the reversing skill that some of us players are better than others. But I think it's a cool discipline with Snowrunner, and it is pretty challenging to force somebody to back a vehicle in, because there's always a way around it. So I have checked the gateways so far and basically went through the list. And I gotta say, I made so many errors on this region. I thought 2-3 hours I was gonna have it all work together, and I ended up probably spending about 6 hours on troubleshooting, on mistakes I made and names that I didn't change. If I have a task on both maps and I accidentally put bridge_task as the name of the zone on both maps, it'll cancel them out. So I just had a whole bunch of little rinky-dink stuff that I had to fight through to get this thing going. But last night I finally got it together. Everything seems to work. I've done a few tests on a couple of missions, but mostly just run through the list and make sure everything was where it was. I do fully expect a few bug reports in the tasks. I imagine the maps should be pretty good because they've both been out there and played. So it'll really be down to any of you players that find something wrong. Just throw me a quick message on Mod.io or even on here in the comments and let me know. I anticipate doing a bug fix update in a few days, maybe a week, while people actually play through the map and find some of the little things that I just haven't found. I'm going to start a playthrough now and kind of plug away at some of the missions. There's stuff I can tell that works properly. It's just some of the animations when the contracts get completed, stuff like that I can't really test till I do it. So look forward to any bug reports you folks have. Would love to hear them, and I can add them. I just make a list and I go through and fix everything through the list, and once I have enough I'll do an update, because then it goes into console approval, and I just want to minimize the amount of updates we're putting out there. Now, as far as what's coming next, I'm really not too sure what I'm going to be working on. I've kind of considered making another Aussie map that would go with the Aussie Adventure region. Now, one drawback with that is any more maps added onto that and PS5 won't be able to download it. This region, unfortunately, I didn't upload the Switch files because I know that they won't pass. It's just too big of a mod. I'm pretty sure this should get through for PS5, although it's hard to tell with that system. It's pretty light on the usage, which kind of sucks, but it definitely will be out on Xbox One, Xbox Series, and obviously PC, because that doesn't have any trouble. As far as what I'm going to work on next, I had kind of started a small one and considered the fact of maybe making another highway hauling type region. Not too sure though if that's what I'm feeling right now. Like I said, maybe another map for the Aussie region, which is going to be a size issue. I've had people suggest that I put all 4 of the Aussie maps together as a region, which again is going to minimize who can play it. I don't think I would have the oomph left in me to redo all the tasks and stuff, but something I have considered, just kind of mush everything together and perhaps make just kind of a simple drive around region with the same tasks that are currently on the maps. I don't know, something I'll think about. I still need to get back and update some of my older stuff, so I think while I'm play through on this and bug shooting and troubleshooting to make sure this region's good to go, probably going to try and get a few of those older maps updated so that at least some of the new consoles will have access to it. Again, the bigger regions are only going to be getting through on probably the Xbox and PS4. I doubt PS5 will be able to, because most of my old regions are 4 maps before we had such a restriction. So just something I'm thinking about in the future, really. I don't know when I'll get to it or not, but all in all, if you have any ideas on what you want to see next, there's a lot of spots in Australia that I've considered trying to recreate, although it's hard to really make something the same on some of those trails. But we could do another Outback overlanding type map. I don't know. Let me know. It's always your opinion matters a lot. So if you have any suggestions or anything, let me know. I love to hear it, and I love to try to work in the great ideas that y'all always come out with. Anyways, thanks for watching. Enjoy the new Outback Heavy Hauling region, and we'll talk to y'all again real soon with perhaps an idea into what's coming next. Most likely some more testing of this region is coming. So take it easy, everyone. We'll talk to you again soon.